made it, what will the other's response? What will yours be? Will they like it? Will you like it if they don't? The creative process does not provide definite results, because although you can provide a format or abstract, people will do with it what they please. They may find things within it that you did not see possible. They may open up abilities of the work that requires an extra effort or something more or less. You may feel rejected or annoyed, but in the very end, you will have done more than just figure out a system and apply that knowledge. You have constructed a future environment, and this is important as it provides a sense of place. And being part of a place is important, so I would encourage everyone. After abstracting the concept, there are two significant dots of colour. Colour 1 is blue, colour 2 is yellow. The exact properties of these colours are exemplified by themselves. They are two object colours. These two objects become the axons of the concept green. These concepts exist only in this abstract as the axons are totals, and so this particular green does not exist anywhere else. The concept is abstracted by the process of including the objects within the concept. To prove something does not exist, one must first identify an abstention, or an abstract example that does not exist, and in identifying the abstention, you acknowledge that it could possibly exist. And to prove that philosophy, language, or technology offers existence does not prove non-existence, only the limitations of the medium. And that once existing, the abstract example becomes open to a range of properties. In fact, it does not stay as one thing, but is metadated into continuing and occurring phenomenological observation. So one thing does not end and another does not begin. Things unfolding before and unfolding back into the material and immaterial, potential and potency, structure and form, until the definition of its making is the only thing that manifests the abstract example. And to consider that someone, an individual, has properties but not one of existence, so that one can understand that one existing, but this is not a property of the individual, so they are not an example of themselves, and the true example of themselves cannot be understood by another, so that oneself is not given, but a continuation of dialogue or monologue, so no one is forced to understand their nature. And this may not be the reasoning for why one cannot have a property of existence. Then the search for truth may ignore the search for truth for searching. A garden of heaven. A garden is a space, or more correctly a place, with space residing, a witness of such things abounding, to drink at leisure, where one can leave encounters of business or family outside and further, and return to the person inside. Even public gardens allow such transformation. People can be caught wistfully eyeing grapes of some wisteria blossoms, or transfixed in a dew-jewelled statue of the Virgin Mother, holding in her prostrate hands out to the world covered in cobwebs from a night of hunting. There is a reverence that is abided by, of a nature not yet caught, by those who would gaze upon its beauty are caught in word or picture, standing in the doorway between one world and the next, as the pictures in a book are opened and shut. Yet there is a space in between and beyond these overt existential spaces, of which can be moved into or from, a to and fro. They're spaces in which we can sit or view, walk or talk. The times of witnessing absence or fullness, the dialogue of space, an action of encounter, thoughts expanding into what or where. For thoughts must go somewhere when they are manifested, or do they remain fixed, stationary, standing by themselves, no longer in time, as they do not change their constituents until they are put to use, influence each other in a multi-data composition of multifaceted dimension. And so we fall upon covert spaces, hidden places that can be realised with knowledge, with fleeting memories. When fleeting memories become insights for change, experience a way of finding the truth, and to know is personified and to be within a rational comprehension, an understanding of without, a world that does not contain an understanding of itself, things that go on eternally, finding meaning when there is not a selfish desire to enjoy the fruits of one's labour. This space is between and beyond all others. It is not an imaginary construct to fulfill desires of aloneness or partners, because it could be found looking for something else entirely. A piece of rose quartz fashioned in water shining on a cobbled riverbed. To be told that God is a person of God, and to find that you can love this person with as much or more as it will be reciprocated. The soul's eternal can forever be with those, and the soul personal can forever be those.